Hello? So we start with paper 2, May, June 2018. So we start this. The banking and unemployment in Morocco. Please read for me.
Banking and employment in Morocco. Morocco's banking industry has been described as one of the best in Africa. It has some of Africa's largest commercial banks, but 3 out of 19 control more than 2/3 of the market. These 3 have grown mostly through mergers, and it's expected more mergers will occur between Moroccan banks in the future. The banks make use of the brand names, set their own interest rates on loans, and provide some different services. The larger banks, you zoomed out or something? Yeah, here I am. The larger banks tend to lend to large firms. Small and medium-sized firms are more difficult to get loans. More than 60% of the population now make use of the services of commercial banks. The proportion of families opening saving accounts at commercial banks is increasing. Moroccan banks now have branches in 22 African countries, as well as a number of European countries. They're also expanding in Morocco, creating more jobs. Morocco has relatively high employment rate. Figure 1 shows the employment rate in 2015 in a range of African countries, included Benin, a relatively poor country. Benin has a large labor-intensive subsistence sector. Figure 1 also shows youth unemployment and population growth. Unemployment rate between 2 different groups. Youth unemployment is often twice the rate of the overall unemployment rate.
Thank you. So we quickly, this is about Morocco and the banking industry in Morocco. Okay. So let's just check the unemployment rate. We're going to need it anyway. So the unemployment rate and youth unemployment rate and population growth rate is this. So we have unemployment. This is unemployment rate. Where this is unemployment rate highlighted now. This is unemployment rate. We have the youth unemployment rate with this color and population growth rate. So we have Benin, Egypt, Morocco, Nigeria, and Uganda. So they said in Morocco, the population is increasing at a faster rate than new jobs are being created. The rising unemployment rate is affecting wage rates in the country. As with unemployment, wage rates vary between different groups. Older workers, for example, tend to be paid more than younger workers. So identify, the first question now, identify using information from the extract 2 functions of a commercial bank. So we get to understand that this is a commercial bank, right? It's talking about commercial bank.
Yeah.
And when we talk about commercial banks, these are banks that render services to customers. So one of those things they do based on this, based on the extract, here they said it has some of the African largest commercial banks, but 3 out of 19 controls, which is not what we need now. The banks make use of brand names, set their own interest rates on loans, and provide some different services. All right, let's see where the question is about. Okay. All right, based on what we have here, for commercial banks, what do? 1, they render loan services to customers. They give loans to customers. Are you with me, please?
Yeah.
So one of the functions is that commercial banks give loans to customers. Number 1. And 2, they open savings accounts for their customers. That means the customers can deposit their money into the bank. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So the first one is providing savings account for customers and lending money to current account holders. They can lend money to customers too. That's in terms of loan. Is it clear?
In terms of loan?
Loans, yeah, they lend money to customers. Is it clear, please?
Okay.
Are you sure or not?
Very clear.
Okay, good. B.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain using information from the extracts. Explain information using the extracts. 2 reasons why the banking market in Morocco is not an example of a perfect competition. So let's quickly go back to the extracts. Before going to the extract, let me explain what a perfect competition is for you. A perfect competition is a market structure that has the following features. 1, customers sell or businesses sell homogeneous products. That makes it a perfect competition. So I'm talking about the features of perfect competition. 1, it must have, they must sell homogeneous products. That means firms in that industry must sell almost the same products. 2, customers in that industry, or businesses, customers and firms in that industry must have full knowledge about products and services in that industry. 3, they must be price taker. they don't determine price. The prices should be determined by the demand and supply in the market. That means prices should be determined by the market forces. But based on what we have here, the banks in Morocco is not a perfect competition. Why? Because here they said the bank makes use of brand names. That means they use brand names to differentiate their product. They set their own interest rates on loans, and they provide some different services. So this makes it not a perfect competition. In a perfect competition, you don't set your price. Price is determined by the market forces of demand and supply. But here, they decide their price separately. 2, they sell different services. Yes or no?
Yes.
So that makes them not a perfect competition. So for me, it looks like oligopoly. Why do I say oligopoly? I said oligopoly because 2/3, they said, based on the first paragraph, they said, but 3 out of 19 control more than 2/3 of the market. So 3 out of the 19 banks control the 2/3. So that means the biggest one, the few large firms control the industry.
Oh, okay.
Do you get it? So it's not a perfect competition.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back to the question again. They said, explain using information from the extra 2 reasons why the banking market in Morocco is not an example of a perfect competition. It's not an example of a perfect competition, one, because in a perfect competition, prices are determined by the demand and supply of the product. That means the market forces. But here, banks in Morocco decide their own interest rates on loans. That means they decide the price on interest. They decide the price on savings, the price on borrowing. They decide, not the market forces.
Oh.
Number 2, they sell different products, which in a perfect competition, products are always what? Homogeneous, the same, almost the same, or close substitutes. Is it clear?
Very clear.
Great. We go to C. Analyze why a commercial bank may prefer to sell its services in foreign countries rather than in its own country. So a commercial bank might prefer to sell to foreign customers than selling to local customers based on the following reasons. 1, the demand for its services might be high in foreign countries.
Okay.
So because the demand in the country is high in foreign countries, that will make it to make more profits. So selling abroad will generate more profit than selling locally. Is number 1 clear?
To get like, yeah.
No, if it's not, let me know.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. 2, cost of production may be lower in foreign countries. So if the cost of production is lower in foreign countries, what happens? It means your cost of production will be lower. Then it will be encouraging for you to set up in foreign countries or sell to foreign customers.
Oh.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
All right. The 3rd one. Foreign government may provide subsidies. Foreign government may provide subsidies, and providing subsidies will mean that prices will be cheaper in foreign countries. Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you get the point or not, please?
Yeah, I'm getting the point. I'm reading the answers you wrote.
Right. So, we're talking about why commercial banks may prefer to sell to foreign countries. That means selling to foreign customers. So selling to foreign customers might be as a result of government in that foreign country giving subsidies, which means customers in foreign countries might be able to buy at a cheaper rate, and which will generate more revenue for commercial banks selling abroad.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes. Very clear.
And the last one, it might also lead to diversification as risk may be reduced. Selling abroad might mean that you are able to diversify, you are able to sell to other customers, which means if the local customers are not buying, you could generate revenue from foreign customers. That means you are spreading your risk. Diversification.
A risk reduction.
Diversification, spreading risk.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Very clear.
All right, then we go to D. Analyze whether the information in figure 1 supports the view that countries with higher population growth rates have a higher employment rate.
High
So we have to go back to the figure. So this is the figure, right? All right. So based on the figure, the unemployment, let's check each country. The unemployment rate in Benin, it's 0. Okay, the unemployment in Benin. The population growth rate in Benin is this. The population growth rate in Egypt is less. The population growth rate in Morocco is less. The population growth rate in Nigeria is lesser, and that of Uganda. But the question is saying countries with high population growth rate, population growth rate might have high youth unemployment rate. That is what the question is saying. Are you with me, please?
Yes.
The narrative is here. The narrative is that countries that have high population growth rate might have high youth unemployment rates. That is what the narrative is. So generally it is yes. Do you get the question or not?
I got it.
Yeah. The question says, analyze whether the information in figure 1 support the view that countries with high population growth rate have high unemployment rates. So countries that have high population growth rate has high unemployment rates. That is the narrative. That means countries that have more population tends to have higher unemployment rates.
It could be no and yes, right?
I think it's yes. Well, let's say no. Yeah, let's talk about no. Let's talk about no here.
Okay, just because on the paper you
based on the no, yes.
answers
Like Uganda, look at Uganda and Benin. Uganda and Benin, they have low population rates.
Lower rate than others.
Yeah, they have lower population rates, growth rate, but have lowest unemployment rate also.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's a no here.
Okay.
What is unemployment rate? Unemployment rate calculates the percentage of those who are unemployed based on the population of the country. That is what unemployment rate is about.
Okay.
All right. So no, based on the following reasons. According to the figure 1, countries like Uganda and Benin have highest population growth rate, but they have lowest unemployment rate. I think that is clear.
Very clear.
All right. Then the question B. The second question says, countries with high unemployment rates tends to have youth unemployment rate usually twice unemployment rates. The question is saying that countries with high unemployment rate tends to have double youth unemployment rates. Okay. Well, generally I would say yes, because youth makes the largest population of the country. Youth population tends to be the highest of any nation. Yes or no? Yes or no, please?
Yes.
So having said that, in Egypt, let's go back to Egypt. The youth unemployment rate in Egypt is almost times 4 or times 3 of it's almost times 4 of the population rate, growth rate. That means the youth unemployment rate in Egypt is so high.
Okay.
Then you go to Morocco. Morocco is having double times 2 of youth unemployment rate based on the population growth rate.
Okay.
So except for other countries. So the notion saying that a country with highest population growth rate might tend to have double youth unemployment rate is right.
Yeah, okay.
Is it clear, please? All right. Hold on, please. Let's continue. So we go to E. Are you there, please? All right. It said, discuss whether or not older workers are always paid more than younger workers. We could say yes, we could say no. But I said no here.
Okay.
Should we talk about yes first, or we just talk about no immediately?
Let's talk about yes.
Okay. Yes, based on the following reasons. Old workers might have experience better than young workers.
Mm-hmm.
So the company might be paying based on the experience of the older workers.
Okay.
Number one. Two, older workers tend to be more loyal to businesses than youths. Youths might just want to target something, and as soon as that is done, they move on.
Yeah.
So firms might choose to employ younger workers than older workers. Firms might tend to employ older workers than younger workers. I think that's clear.
Very clear.
Okay. So let's go to the no now. Are you with me, please?
Okay.
Yeah, for no, older workers may not be productive like younger workers. They might not be so active like younger workers. That might make them to get less.
Yeah.
Older workers may lack new ideas, new way of doing things. They might lack innovation, better way of doing things.
Yeah. That's
Older workers
great.
may be less occupationally mobile. They might not be able to switch from one job function to another.
Mm-hmm.
Is that clear?
Very clear.
Older workers may have less education in the past. They might not be qualified for the present day job. Is it clear?
Okay. Yeah, it is.
And the last one, older workers may be out of date technological wise. That means they might not be able to fine tune themselves to the latest technology. So as a result of that,
Yeah.
they may not be attractive to businesses or firms. So they get less pay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear?
Yeah. Very clear. So we go to F.
F, yeah. It said explain using information from the
Explain
extract.
using information.
Hold on, please. Hold on, please.
One reason why. Okay.
Oh, I do here.
Okay.
So for F, they said explain using information from the extract. One reason why a relatively poor country may have a low unemployment rate. When we talk about a low unemployment rate means that such country is having high employment rate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get it?
Yeah, high unemployment rate.
Yeah. So relatively poor country may have higher proportion of labor than capital in terms of production, which means they may lack finance to employ or to use capital intensive production method. You know, it's a poor country. It's a poor country. A poor country will not have finance.
Yeah.
And a poor country would definitely be productive in the primary sector of the business, like farming.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they will use more labor than capital, than technology.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this will mean that they will employ more workers. They will employ more workers than using equipment, and this could increase their employment their employment rates and lower their unemployment rate. Is it clear?
Very clear.
I will go to G. Said commercial banks.
Discuss whether or not banks in Morocco would benefit from further mergers.
Yeah. So we're just going to talk about the advantages of merger here. Is it clear?
Mm-hmm.
So one, merger will enable economies of scale. It means that you can expand your production, or you can expand your production scale. And in the course of expanding your production scale, you can enjoy economies of scale.
Mm-hmm.
Two, the merger will increase the market power. That means when you merge, you are able to increase your market share.
Okay.
The third one, through merger, a firm can be able to grow quicker or quickly.
Okay.
And the last one, merger reduces competition in the market.
Yeah.
As a result of that, consumers have few choice to make. Then firms can increase their prices to make more profit.
To make more, because just to take the advantage that the customers have no other choice.
No other choice. Yes, you got it.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Mm-hmm. Very
So go to
clear.
question 2, please.
Question 2.
They said in England, I'm just going to quickly read this. They said in England, Football stadiums are usually built and financed by the private sector, but in some countries, the stadiums are built and financed by the government. Many football stadiums in the English Premier League are full of match days. In the short run, the supply of seats is perfectly inelastic. The football clubs could actually raise prices, still sell their tickets, and so raise their profits. Premier League footballers currently receive very high wages. Question 1. Define perfectly inelastic supply. When we talk about perfectly inelastic supply, it only means that there's no significant change in the quantity supplied as a result of a change in price. That is what it means. There's no significant change as a result of a change in price in the quantity supplied. Or you say price elasticity of supply equals to 0. That is inelastic supply. Is it clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Is it clear, please?
Yes, yeah.
All right, B. They say explain 2 reasons why a firm may not aim to earn profits or to maximize profits. Yeah, a firm might not aim to make profit because there are other objectives a business might be aiming at. Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 1, a firm might have other objectives like survival. A firm might be thinking of survival, maybe in a very difficult situation than thinking of making profits.
Okay.
The second one, a firm might be thinking of increasing its sales revenue by having a large market share instead of thinking about profit.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Very clear.
Yeah, they said, analyze why Premier League footballers receive very high wages. Number 1, they receive very high wages because 1, the demand for their services may be higher than their supply. Are you here with me, please? Hello? 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 Hello, are you here?
Hi, it's just the internet. Yeah, just the internet, okay.
2, Premier League players might have better agents that can be able to negotiate for them. So that means they can get more salary or more wages.
Okay.
Yeah, the third one, getting higher wages might compensate for the risk involved in playing football. They could have injury for life. Is it clear?
Okay.
And the last one, okay, that's all about that. Then question 2D. They said, discuss whether or not government should spend some of its tax revenue on building sports stadium. I say yes here because 1, it can generate employment, which will in turn increase incomes for the people and improve their living standards or standard of living.
Okay.
2, building sports stadium might motivate people to participate in sport. And when people participate in sport, it could improve their health. That means government will not be spending taking care of people's health because now they become healthy.
Yeah, okay.
The third one, using the stadium will generate revenue for government also. So anyone that uses the stadium will have to pay for it, yes or no?
Yes.
And that will generate revenue for government.
Okay.
And the revenue generated for government might be used for public financing. Is it clear?
Very clear.
So we stop at question 2.
Why?
It's 1:30 already.
Sorry?
It's 1:30 already.
Okay.